to the 2020 Dimond Student Government Inauguration Ceremony. Today we will honor the accomplishments of Dimond student leaders, introduce next year's student officers, hear reflections from the class of 2020, and present our annual Student Government Awards. We'll begin with highlights of the year, acknowledging the outgoing class officers and introduction of incoming officers, presented by the class presidents.
Hi, I'm Lauren Solt, freshman class president. The freshmen in student government this year accomplished a lot. In our first week of student government, we made an amazing float for the homecoming competition. We held a bake sale during the varsity volleyball senior night and raised over $200 for the freshmen. Then we competed in the Halloween hallway competition and placed third. In December, we had a cookie decorating social and had an awesome turnout. We also made a class Instagram to keep our class updated on events. Most importantly, we were able to bring our freshmen together for events and be involved in the school. We could not have done any of these events without our freshman officers. Thank you, McKenna Maldonado, our vice president. Thank you, Cicely Wheelis, our treasurer. Thank you, Olivia Johnson, our secretary. Thank you, Maddox Carr, our representative. Thank you, Brooklyn Stock, our junior school board rep. And thank you to Mr. Campbell, our class sponsor, and Mr. Wheelis and everyone else in student government. Thank you.
The sophomore class officers for next year are Class Representative Alexis Kindred, Class Treasurer Emma Polsky, Class Secretary Olivia Johnson, Class Vice President Audrey Leonetti, and Class President Samantha Munoz. Good job, everyone. Have a good year.
Hello, my name is Kitoy, the class president of sophomore class 2022, and I will be presenting to you what we did this year. So to start off, we, the sophomore class, also participated in the Veterans Day Assembly. This was the first assembly that we've had like this, where we recognized veterans in the school and outside of the school. Everyone wore red, white, and blue, and just had fun with it, and it was nice to recognize everyone that was a veteran. Next up, we had the Valentine's Day Social, which is a sophomore social. We got a lot of chocolate and candy, and we put them into those little bags you see on the right, and we let sophomores come in, write a little note, and hand it to their friends as a gram. It was really fun. Next up, we had Crystal Ball. That was one of the second dance. The theme was Under the Sea. Just a really enjoyable time for everyone that was there. Next up, we had Providence Thanksgiving, which is where yearly student government, they go down to Providence Care every Thanksgiving just to have meals with everyone there. It's really fun to meet everyone that's there, and you get to enjoy a good meal while you're at it. Next up, we had Spirit Olympics. Really enjoyable time for everyone that was there. The games were amazing. I got a lot of feedback. Everyone really enjoyed the games. Sophomore section looked amazing. Freshmen, seniors, juniors, they had their sections. And yeah, I can't wait for next year. We also had 8th grade tours, where all the kids from Mears, and I think only Mears, they came in. As student government and the mentorship, we walked them around, showed them the school, told them a little about the school, and some good tips about how to get through. And as you can see through both photos, we all had a lot of fun doing it. And finally, I just want to end this presentation by saying thank you to all my officers. I want to say thank you to Sydney, our class secretary. You're just very hardworking. Thank you for all that you've done. Michaela, your spirit and your hardworkingness, it is phenomenal. I am glad to have you. Paige, as a treasurer, I don't think I trust anyone else with our class's money than you. You really know how to keep things in check. And I really can't end this without saying thank you to Lauren, really the backbone of this. And I saw that she was running for class president for junior year, and I really wish her good luck, and I am ready prepared for next year. So yeah, thank you for listening to this presentation. I'm Kitoy, the former sophomore class president, and have a nice day.
It is my pleasure to introduce the junior class officers for next year. Class Representative Michaela Amundsen, Class Treasurer Jolie Graham, Class Secretary Malia Elo, Class Vice President Paige Martins, and Class President Lauren Fletcher. This year, the class of 2021 did a lot of great things. Starting off with our socials. Socials are events put on by our class for our peers. We had a various of games such as cone ball, which was a new one that they really liked, spike ball, hula hoop, which is always a classic. We had float building. Although participation wasn't at its high, I think we all had fun as a class. And best of all, we all won. We had various fundraisers, such as the movie night, where we sold admission tickets with fees that helped us raise funds for our class. We also had Thanksgiving grams, since Halloween grams didn't necessarily work out, and we also got to raise funds. We had various class meetings discussing how to improve our class. In one of our meetings, we got great input. We also made an Instagram account. Another great thing that we got to do was dance planning. Although we didn't get a planned prom, we had to work with everyone in our class to plan homecoming, which I enjoyed a lot, and I know our class did. The Halloween hall decorating. We took second in this contest. Participation wasn't at the all-time high, but I think we all had fun working with our peers, and it was a cool thing, considering that we couldn't do the haunted house. Spirit Olympics. As you all know, we did get second last year as sophomores, which was a great success for us. We were very happy. But this year we got second again. I'm not going to say anything, but can't wait to get first next year. All right, and I just want to say thank you so much to our amazing sponsors for sacrificing your time. We respect you guys, Mr. Anderson and Miss Moore. We appreciate you all. And from your class president, Cameron Rawson, I just want to thank Ian Cruikshank, Esther Cho, Kaden Osborne, and Noah Rigg. I had a great year with you guys, and it was a lot of fun. So yeah, thanks.
It is my pleasure to introduce the senior class officers for next year. Class Representative, Logan Sweet. Class Treasurer, Kylie Schutte. Class Vice President, Annika Osberg. And Class President, Kaden Osborne. Here are some things the class of 2020 did this year. This year, the senior class had the theme Summer for homecoming floats. Despite it getting ruined by the rain, we had fun making it. In October, we had a movie night and watched Beetlejuice. Later that month, we had a Halloween hallway decorating contest, and of course, the seniors won. Then we had our dance, Crystal Ball, with the theme Under the Sea. Next was Spirit Olympics, and the class of 2020 finally won after a terrible defeat the previous year. Lastly, we had a Valentine's Day cookie social. And lastly, I'd like to thank this year's senior class officers, Class Vice President Christiana McGee, Class Secretary S.J. Parker, Class Treasurer Giselle Smith, Class Representative Matilda Cedena, and Class Ad Hocs Andrew Crandall and Madison Kenny.
To Kylie, Geneva, Haley, Avivi, Logan, Callie, Kylie, Luis, and Brooklyn, thank you for being by my side and for representing Dimond to its fullest by being a part of this year's executive board. It is now time for new beginnings and to hand over our legacy. With that, it is now my pleasure to introduce Dimond's incoming executive board members.
Historian Deli Mulu, Commissioner of Finance Valerie Donis-Cavito, Commissioners of Publicity Brooklyn Stock and Cicely Wheelis, Commissioners of Spirit Ian Cruikshank and Xavier Hadukovich, Student Body Secretary Esther Cho, and Student Body President Cameron Rawson. I would also like to introduce our ad hocs for next year. Marielle Cortan, Maya Arafelis, and Yejin Namgung.
Here are some of the activities that student government has done this year. Okay, for the first activity, we did our retreat, and it was super fun, and we planned everything out for the year. Then we had our freshman ignition, and we had a whole day dedicated to doing activities with them. Another new activity we did this year was our Veterans Spirit Week and Assembly, as well as holding a Miracle Minute and raising $1,654.43 to the Alaska VA healthcare system. Other huge activities included all the assemblies we did this year. They were very successful. We had our traditional Providence Thanksgiving dinner, and it was one of the best. We held many successful student forums. We had our 8th grade tours, and that was a huge success as well. We met many new future Dimond students. One of our bigger new activities we did was ABOS. This was our first year doing it, so there's always room for improvement, but overall it worked out. We did many other activities that I couldn't fit in, but I'm so proud of our work and couldn't be happier of what we got done.
Hey guys, I'm Andrew Crandall, and I was the ad hoc for the year of 2020 for the senior class. My plans for the future is in the fall to attend the University of Pepperdine and achieve my dreams of becoming a lawyer. And I think of all my memories from senior year, my favorite one was the homecoming game when our float was completely destroyed. It was a pretty down day, But the senior class of 2020 really came through and pulled together and made the best of everything we could. And I think that's the moment I realized what a special group I was part of and how great a year it was going to be. Thanks. See you next time.
Hi, my name is Madison Kenny, and I'm the senior ad hoc. And my future plans include going to the University of Alaska Anchorage and studying biological studies. I hope to further my education even more by obtaining a master's degree in epidemiology and hopefully getting a doctorate in it. My favorite student government memory has to be prom decorating last year. Our theme was Greek gardens, and we had to be at the museum at 6 a.m. And it was just really early, and we had to get a lot of the big stuff out of the way. And it was just a good time getting to know the people that you spent all year with and just creating great memories with. So that's just what really stuck out to me. Thank you guys for such an incredible 4 years, and I can't wait to see where the future leads me.
My name is Matilda Surdania, and I've been in student government for 2 years. I've been junior class ad hoc and senior class representative. I plan on attending UAA for pre-major nursing and hopefully becoming a registered nurse by the end of it. A favorite StudGov memory of mine would be mostly just a homecoming week and float building, because it really shows how we can work as a team, even if we're going against each other in classes. Just the whole week is fun, especially the Saturday, which is the homecoming game, and just court being out there and stuff like that. Thank you.
To those of you who don't know me, my name is Giselle Smith, and I am class treasurer for seniors. Next fall, I will be attending College of Idaho to pursue a degree in business management. I've made so many unforgettable memories in student government, but I have to say my favorite would be this year when we are introduced to our freshman class. Not because there's some particularly funny story behind it, but simply because that was the day that our class was complete. Our student government family was whole. And it starts off all the memories that we've made since. We've done some incredible things, and I'm so grateful for the time that we've had together. And I'm going to miss you all so, so much, but I wish you the very best.
Hi, I'm Estrie Parker. I'm class secretary of 2020. My future plans include going to UAA for the next 2 years and then studying for my master's degree in English at Evergreen University in Olympia, Washington. And then after that, who knows? I kind of just want to see where life will take me, settle down and have a family, and hopefully live somewhere on the West Coast, near my own family and my parents, and just live life. My favorite student government memory is just being in the room with everyone. This was my first year in student government, so it was just incredible to be in a room full of people who are passionate about making Dimond a better place, and hoping that the whole student body has fun, especially when Dimond's been my home for the past 4 years. I know it's going to be in very good hands. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Christiana McGee, and I'm the current senior class vice president. After graduation, I plan on pursuing a sports medicine degree at Northern Arizona University. My favorite memory in student government this past year is the time spent building connections with the other members of my student government class, as well as making an impact in our school and society. As we embark in the next chapter of our lives, I encourage everyone to take the challenges and lessons that we have learned to guide us in becoming more productive citizens in our society. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Denali Lincoln, and I've been in student government for 3 years. Sophomore year, I was sophomore class treasurer. Junior year, I was junior class ad hoc, and this year, I was senior class president. In the fall, I plan to attend the University of Georgia and major in something related to advertising or design. And something that student government has taught me is how to work with people I don't necessarily get along with.
Hi, I'm Haley Rose. I've been in student government for 4 years now. My freshman and sophomore year, I was class president, and my junior and senior year, I've been historian. My future plans include going to Northern Arizona University to study creative media and film. I eventually want to get into advertising for ocean conservation and environmental problems. The biggest lesson I've learned is that I enjoy putting other people's wants, needs, and joys kind of in front of mine, Being in student government all these 4 years, I've kind of worked behind the scenes of all the activities these high schoolers get to do. I wouldn't have it any other way. Putting aside my own feelings and thoughts and really listening to someone is something that I want to take with me forever, and through this class I've learned that you really have to listen to people and respect what they say and keep an open mind about everything. I wish I had more than 60 seconds because I want to say how much I love you guys, and Relis, thank you for everything these past 4 years. I love you guys.
Hi, I'm Luis Sanchez Ulloa, and I was your Commissioner of Finance for the 2019-2020 school year. My favorite memories from student government include having Thanksgiving dinner with the elderly at the Providence Care Center and scoring the Spirit Olympics firsthand. My plans for the future include majoring in biology and chemistry and becoming an oncologist, with the possibility of running cross-country for a D2 team. The biggest lessons that I learned through student government are to ask for help if you need it and to not be afraid to speak up. Using these 2 lessons, you can make your role and presence in student government feel more complete. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Callie Day. I cannot find my diamond cap at the moment, so here's my family partnership one, but I am in cap and gown. I am Commissioner of Publicity at Dimond. I have been Commissioner of Publicity for 2 years with 2 different partners, Audrey Meza and the lovely Kylie Durrett now. I am attending Boise State University in Idaho, where I plan to study business and law. I have an opportunity to dance with a professional contemporary company down in Boise, so I'll be doing that as well. My favorite student government memory is probably setting up the museum for prom. That early morning was really nice to be able to see our hard work pay off. And also, Kylie and I had to come in early over the summer to get some stuff set up, and we left Mr. Wheelis a note on the whiteboard basically saying, hey, you're not in the room right now, but we're leaving because we're done with our work. We just want to say we're so excited, and basically we signed it K and K, and so that was just a really sweet memory.
Hi, my name is Kylie Durrett, and I've been in student government for 2 years now. Last year I was junior class treasurer, and this year I am Commissioner of Publicity with my wonderful partner Callie Day. My future plans include going to UAA to study psychology, and my favorite moment in student government has been last year, Halloween time, my junior year. We wanted to make a haunted house for the school, but we needed some inspiration, so we went to Fright Night, and it was a really good bonding experience. There was a lot of us. It was just a really nice experience. I mean, it was scary, but it was nice bonding with them and just seeing how much of a family we can be. And yeah, I'm really gonna miss it. I'm really gonna miss high school. I'm really gonna miss Mr. Wheelis. I'm gonna miss everyone.
Hello, my name is Logan Fletcher. I am your Spirit Commissioner. My future plans: I will be attending Dixie State University in St. George, Utah. I would also like to pursue law enforcement. Something I've learned from student government is if you make a mistake, don't quit now. Keep on going. Never give up.
Hi, my name is Vivi, and I held the office of Commissioner of Finance my junior year and Commissioner of Spirit my senior year. I am planning on going to University of Kentucky after I graduate and majoring in nursing. My favorite student government memory would have to be all of them. I love my student government kids, but definitely my top 2 picks would have to be my first assembly with Logan as Spirit Commissioner. It was just super special, and it was so wonderful to have Jaden and Cameron give us our robes. And my other top 2 would have to be when Wheelis slid under the table during crystal ball decorating. I'm really sad that we didn't get to spend our last quarter together in student government, and I love you all. Bye.
Hi, my name is Jivateria, and I was in student government for about 4 years. I served as a class secretary for my first 2 and student body secretary for my last 2. I'm going to be going to the University of Alaska Anchorage for biology until I change my mind sooner or later. And one of my favorite parts of student government is seeing underclassmen lead their own projects with their own initiative and their own ideas. It's been really great to see them come into their own and figure out what they want to do. Yeah. Okay. Happy graduation. We made it. Woo! We're done. Yay.
Hi, my name is Kylie Horning, and for the past 3 years, I have been sophomore class ad hoc, junior class secretary, and this year's student body vice president. This fall, I will be attending Michigan State University to pursue my career as a lawyer and eventually go to grad school. My favorite memory in student government, that's really hard because there are a lot, but I definitely say our karaoke sessions at Providence, all of the breakfasts that we had at Village Inn, and our very civilized agendas would have to be some of my favorite moments. Student government taught me to not be afraid to put yourself out there because something great can come of it, and how to write a check request, not as easy as it looks. But I'd like to thank you all for making these past 4 years better than I could have ever hoped for. You guys are awesome. I'm going to miss every single one of you.
My name is Braylon Rogers, and I've been a part of student government for 3 years now. Sophomore year, I was an ad hoc, junior year, I was president, and this year, I've had the privilege of being student body president. This summer, I'll be moving to Europe to further my education and pursue my music career abroad. Looking back on it all, I can guarantee you that nearly every single favorite memory from high school has been in some way, shape, or form stemmed from student government. I would not be the same person today if it weren't for the relationships I've made in room B103. I have endless gratitude for Mr. Wheelis and all of the opportunities I've had to serve our school and our community. It feels so good knowing that this group of people have done their part. We have worked hard, not anticipating these interruptions. You all have put your best foot forward, working like there was no end in sight. So let's focus on what we have already done and not what we couldn't finish. Let's remember the impact we have already made within such a short time. I've enjoyed working with every single one of you, and each of you have left an impact on my heart. Student government has molded me into who I am today in ways that no one would understand. I owe my biggest thank you to Mr. Wheelis, the best advisor anyone could ask for. I'm sad that I had to leave all my little sticky notes on my podium. They meant so much to me on a bad day or when Geneva talked too much in agenda. Thank you for giving me the chance to lead you. But there is someone that I know will do an amazing job filling this position. You may know her as a genuine friend or hilarious classmate, but I know her as one of Dimond's greatest leaders. Now making her grand debut as Dimond's student body president, Cameron Rawlson.
As the new incoming student body president for Dimond, I have a lot of goals for us as a class. I know we're capable of a lot, and I really want to regroup as we come back into either our fall semester or spring semester, who knows at this point, but I hope that we can really outreach our community more this year. I hope we can do more service projects. I hope we can hear each other's opinions, and I hope that everybody in the class, no matter the position, no matter their age, feels like they can share comfortably how they feel, their ideas, and that everyone is truly a leader. It doesn't matter what position you hold. I want to maybe add more dances as a school, hopefully move out into different venues, have a very successful prom, of course. I see us doing a lot of more things with other schools, such as ABOS. I think ABOS was really fun this year, so we can always work on progressing it, maybe more in an inside venue this next year, and just really having a good last year for a lot of us. And then collectively as a whole, I hope we can work together and do a lot of good things for our community.
As you can see, we've had quite the year. Back in September, I bought this great new suit jacket and planned to wear it to prom. Since that didn't happen, I figured I'd give it its debut here at our inauguration with my maroon and gold loving family. As I look back over this year, I'm reminded of how we all started the year, expecting that nothing could be crazier than last school year. We had no idea. In spite of the way things have ended, Dimond Student Government has a lot to be proud of from this year. I got really sick the first week of school and ended up staying home on day 3 of the school year. This was particularly concerning since day 4 is when we have our Freshman Ignition Orientation Day, run by student government and the freshman mentors. Our students really stepped up this year and made it happen. I was there for the orientation day, but I was feeling pretty rough. I'm so proud of all of you for stepping up and doing the job, adjusting where you needed to adjust, and making it happen. In November, we hosted our first Veterans Day Spirit Week and Assembly. This idea was completely student-driven, and not only did we recognize staff members who are veterans during the assembly, we also managed to raise over $1,700 for our local veterans charity. The news even came and covered the assembly. Then in January, the news stopped by again to cover our most successful Spirit Olympics in the 6-year history of the event. It was so impressive that when the reporter found out that it was student run, that she wrote a story that made the front page. We were in the news again just before spring break, as we helped organize and took part in the inaugural Anchorage Battle of School Spirit, in which we took second place. Unfortunately, that was the last time I saw most of you face to face, and I'm sad to say that we don't get to say goodbye in person, especially to our seniors. However, our successes did not end when school shut down. We've continued to work, providing video announcements from time to time, participating in a district-wide video thanking medical providers and first responders, which, again, made it on the news, and even running online elections that went very smoothly. We also recently received word that we have once again been recognized by the National Student Council as a National Gold Council of Excellence, the highest recognition available. We are the only Gold Council in Alaska and one of around 200 nationwide. This is something we can be very proud of. As we conclude our time together this year, I want to thank you all for your flexibility in a changing world and for continuing to be leaders in your areas of influence, even when we cannot meet together. I'm proud of each of you, and I look forward to seeing you again in person someday. Now we'll move to the awards portion of the program. I'd like to start by recognizing our seniors who have completed at least 2 years in good standing as members of student government. They each receive a student government honor cord to wear with their graduation regalia. The cord recipients this year are Chelsea Bruce, Matilda Sardania, Avivi Cohen, Callie Day, Kylie Durrett, Logan Fletcher, Kylie Horning, Madison Kinney, Denali Lincoln, Geneva Luteria, Braylon Rogers, Haley Rose, and Giselle Smith. Congratulations to all of our honor cord recipients. Your honor cords will be in your senior boxes that you'll pick up at school next week. Next, we get to recognize our 4-year members of student government. This year, there were 2 students who were in student government throughout their entire high school career. The first one has worked hard over the last 4 years to keep student government organized. She took an active role at the state level, attending multiple state student government conferences and getting a resolution passed at the state level calling for the teaching of Filipino language classes in high schools. She also secured a grant for a safe driving campaign focused on the Dimond parking lot. Unfortunately, we've had to postpone completion of that project until next year. During the shutdown, she has continued serving our community by delivering masks through a community group that's making masks and helping get them to those who need them. It's my pleasure to present Geneva Luteria with the StudGov for Life Award. Our second recipient of this award has used her media skills to help student government promote our activities and events. She has been a leader and officer for several years at the ASD Student Advisory Board, representing Dimond's interests there. She has been a great mentor to freshmen through our Ignition Mentorship Program, but is also a respected mentor to new members of student government each year. It's my pleasure to present Haley Rose with the StudGov for Life Award. The next award I will be presenting goes to one of our younger students. Each year, the seniors select an underclassman who has shown great potential and who they believe will be a key leader at Dimond throughout their remaining years in high school. I'll point out that the first ever recipient of this award certainly lived up to expectations, as Geneva, who we just talked about, was the original recipient of the award. And you've just heard about the many great things that she's done. The students the seniors chose this year has shown great initiative throughout their time in student government. They've been a leader for their class, they've organized social events and key elements for school dances. They've led the charge on a couple of initiatives aimed at promoting mental health in our school, and while those projects are ongoing, we are well positioned to take the next steps once we get back into the school. This student is always working hard and is always willing to volunteer to help out, regardless of the task. It is my honor to present this year's Rising Star Award to Michaela Amundsen. We look forward to seeing what you'll do over the next 2 years, Michaela, and we know that great things are yet to come. Our final award tonight is the coveted Tony Dimond Award. This award is named after Anthony Tony Dimond, our school's namesake. Tony Dimond was an early Alaskan statesman during our time as a territory. Judge Dimond was a leader and a dedicated public servant, and each year we honor one graduating senior for their leadership and service to Dimond. This year's recipient started the year off lacking confidence in their abilities and concerned that she would let people down. She couldn't have been further from the truth. Throughout the year, this leader kept student government on course, was a great role model for the student body, and took it upon herself to mentor new members of student government. She looked out for the best interests of our school, our students, the staff, and student government, letting those things guide her all year. She is leaving a legacy of excellence at Dimond, and I have no doubt that she has made a difference in the lives of each member of student government. It is my pleasure to present this year's Tony Dimond Award to your student body president, Braylon Rogers. Congratulations, Braylon. We're proud of you and we'll miss you. Braylon also receives a gavel as the outgoing student body president. Thank you for your exceptional leadership this year, Madam President. In closing, I would like to thank our school administration, especially Ms. Johnson-Harris and Mr. Hancock, for their support and collaboration with student government. I'd like to thank Ms. Colette Schroeder and Mrs. Jasmine Wilden, our two activities clerks this year, for all they did for us. I'd also like to thank the class sponsors, Mr. Campbell, Ms. Essery, Ms. Swanson, Ms. Moore, Mr. Anderson, Ms. Nurmi, and Ms. Melika Nevela, for working with the class officers all year and supporting all their efforts. I'd like to thank Mama Wheelis and my daughters for supporting me in my work with student government. It's a lot of extra hours and late nights, and your support means a lot to me. Finally, thank you to all the members of student government for a memorable year. Many things did not go as we planned, but you always continue to seek what was best for our school and community, and I'm proud of you. I wish you the best in the future. God bless you, and as always, stay golden.